Yeah. It's a full-time job with no benefits. Too many ego, too many fits. Count money with a side of stress.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Khalil back with another video. So today we got Pink Book Lessons. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons for making content so we can react to it. Once again, shout out to all the Khalillionaires. That's what I call my twins and their friends that's locked in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And if you're not yet a Khalillionaire and you don't know what I'm talking about, just hit the like, share, and subscribe, and you'll know what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the next video. This is about her being fired and arrested live at work in front of all her coworkers. So one of those things has happened to me. Well, all of those things have happened to me. Something in front of my coworkers, I've been arrested and I was fired, but never all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of I ain't gonna say too much. Let's get to the video. That message just kind of threw me off, cause y'all know what we talking about later on in life if you stick around. Vote for Lalo Brown.
Specialist Williams, step up front, please.
An early morning arrest inside the Clayton County Jail after the sheriff's office says security specialist LaPortia Williams smuggled contraband to an inmate.
You are hereby terminated from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and under arrest.
Atlanta News First heard jail phone audio of Williams conspiring with inmate Rodriguez Martin to smuggle this phone charger inside of this cereal bar box.
This woman showed up to work where she was approaching 90 days. She was called to the front of the room. Maybe she thought that she was being celebrated or something. Instead, though, right there in the middle of the morning meeting.
That's hilarious. Imagine you think you're getting a promotion, then if they throw you a piece of part or something, you think they got you some little extra shit. You know what I mean? You're getting a little bonus. You getting fired and arrested. But if you're doing shit like this, why would you think you're getting a promotion? You think they promote people for doing the wrong thing? You think that's what's happening out here?
In front of all of her colleagues, her boss called her up to the front.
That is what's happening out here, by the way.
Unexpectedly, and proceeded to fire her on spot in front of everybody before having another co-worker slap handcuffs on her and hauled her off to the back of the jail with the other inmates. That's 38-year-old LaPortia Williams. LaPortia worked at the Clayton County Jail in Georgia as a security specialist, where she was responsible for maintaining safety and security for the jail for staff and inmates. She had to monitor inmate activities, enforce rules and regulations, but she was the one caught breaking rules with one of the inmates by smuggling contraband into the jail for a male inmate that she's supposedly having an inappropriate relationship with. Although she's working a no-contact position where she's not even supposed to be speaking with inmates. But turns out she was doing a whole lot more than talking. LaPortia was caught on security cameras, smuggling contraband in the jail for this inmate right here. Again, she was in charge of maintaining the rules, but not only was she caught breaking the rules, but she was helping this inmate do it too. And unfortunately for Portia, she didn't get away with it. Now, instead of clocking in for work, she's facing multiple felony charges. She's out of a job, out of options, and as a single mother, she's left figuring out how to survive with a criminal case hanging over her head. Wow.
Now she gonna be like, I'm single mom and y'all gotta help me. And then people gonna try to make this a black people thing, black women this and this and that. And I'm not saying that this is not happening. That's why when I speak, please understand that I do understand life. I've grown in different sectors of life. My mama was, you know what I'm saying, not always having all the most money type shit when we was growing up. So I do understand living impoverished. But you can't make bad decisions and then blame everybody else but yourself for the circumstances that you therefore have to endure. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're gonna get to the video. I'm trying to get canceled.
In the middle of a family court case with her baby daddy too.
We pretty much take it all. Fridges and dishwashers, couches, mattresses, same day notice or 3 weeks.
Daddy too.
Specialist Williams, step up front, please.
You going to jail?
You're going to jail.
You are hereby terminated from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and under arrest.
Take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
Do that for me now. Do that. Me now. Still Khalil. Shout out to all the Khalil. You won now too, because you just hit the button. I love you. Peace and love.
Waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Clayton County jail officials have arrested one of their own and charged her with trying to sneak contraband into the jail.
A security specialist and the inmate who was supposed to receive the cell phone charger have both been charged. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from the Clayton County Jail with more on this hair-raising story. Angelique?
Good afternoon to you both. Well, this security specialist was hired to help keep the 1,800 inmates here at the Clayton County Jail in check. But in the end, the major says it was the security specialist who broke the law.
There was multiple conversations between Miss Williams.
That's why when I went to jail, niggas was so sure and confident that they could do whatever they want. They be like, man, I ain't gonna say what jail I was in and where this was at and all shit like that. I ain't no snitch. But I am going to inform the people of the Khalil Society of what goes down. So y'all don't have to get in that bitch to find out, okay? So like niggas, they be so confident knowing that they can get whatever the fuck they want. Like I remember one day, we was in that bitch and dude was like, hey man, you want something from Wendy's? And I was like, what? We in jail. How the fuck I'm gonna get something from Wendy's? Cause what the fuck is you talking about? Like, it's good to dream, but no, I mean, I was like, yeah, man, just for shits and giggles, I was like, yeah, let me get a Baconator. What the fuck? How about the guard? I ain't gonna say who was at, what guard, if it was a male or a woman, but they brought a bag of Wendy's and gave it to us, and then they gave me my Baconator in jail. I wasn't rich or nothing, so this is the amount of power that niggas know they got when they in jail because they know people like this exist and they will do whatever. That's all I gotta say. So y'all might be like, who does this? A lot of motherfuckers do this, by the way. That's all I gotta say, man.
Mr. Martin, and specifically about this incident.
Clayton County Major Michael Johnson says security specialist LaPortia Williams was caught on videotape dropping a cell phone charger which was concealed in a cereal bar box in the trash can. The major says the 38-year-old jail employee was providing the charger to her high school sweetheart, inmate Rodriguez Gonzalez Martin.
He was her high school sweetheart. I don't know about that, but these days people call everything a high school sweetheart. It's just weird hearing about a high school sweetheart, and the last time they were in high school was exactly 20 years ago. They gotta be class of 05, and it's now 2025. And
y'all gotta let that high school sweetheart shit go. These are not the same niggas in high school, cause this is not the same bitch from high school. These are not the same people. I'm telling y'all. They was trying to get good grades and A's and all that shit, and, you know, get some pussy or something. You know, some of the niggas' priorities was in different places. You see where they are now. No, a lot of them doing well. Shout out to them niggas. But y'all let that shit go, man, please. I don't want to hear another story about a high school sweetheart fucking you over because you just think, oh, we're getting back. No, you're not. One of y'all playing the other at all times. I want you to know that. So if you're not the one playing that person, you're the one being played.
he's obviously been collecting new charges left and right while she's been dodging her baby daddy, playing parental alienation games, trying to use children as pawns to maintain some sort of control, yet she had no self-control down there at her job at the jailhouse. So here she is, a fool, getting arrested for messing with another fool while he's in the middle of fighting criminal charges already, and she's in the middle of a family court battle. It's not a good look for either of them.
She's seen on video.
That's why, you know, sometimes they be like, all the people on Love After Lockup be having boyfriends, and all the 600-pound life people be having boyfriends and shit like that. I want y'all to understand, people get together for certain different reasons, and you might not want these types of boyfriends. So don't look at them and be like, oh, even they got a man, how come I can't? Because you got standards. And you got a reason to live beyond just now, and you want to survive, and you don't want to get murdered in your sleep. by Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. You know what I mean? So you don't want to just have any person in your life. You are very selective, and that's a good thing. Not bad. You're doing very well in life. Don't look at the lack thereof and think that you need to do something to get you. Okay, now I'm the one trying to help y'all, man. I'm not like I'm a big brother.
Bringing a box in to a specific housing unit, dropping it in a trash can, and then leaving.
Major Johnson says suspect Williams was hired as a security specialist back in March. In that position, she works the towers and should not have contact with inmates.
She was just hired back in March 15th. So she couldn't even make it 90 days without carrying on an inappropriate relationship with an inmate at the job.
It's very concerning because we are in the care and custody of 1,800 plus inmates, and to think that they'll do something at this level to where they're bringing in contraband and or harming in any other way.
The major says case evidence includes a voice recording between Williams and Martin.
Who's gonna get it for you? I was asking you. You know how you come out here? Anytime you eat out of it, just throw it in the trash can, I got somebody to get it.
This guy told her to smuggle contraband, where to drop it, and this fool listened. My thing is, why was she talking to him in the first place? She's an employee at the jailhouse. He's an inmate. Her job was a no-contact position. So
that's why I need us to start feeling better about ourselves. People be mad at me because I be telling people to think highly of themselves, even when you ain't got no money, even when you ain't, looking your best. You know what I'm saying? Even if your belly is out on stage. I'm not saying put it away. I'm saying be happy enough with it. So if somebody got something to say, it don't matter. I don't give a damn. That was my stance on the goddamn. I'm still mad about that shit, bro. Niggas got mad at me. I posted a TikTok, right? I don't know who the young lady was. I listen to the song all the time. I'm talking about any. You know what I mean? But they was talking about her stomach being out on stage, and then niggas was like, she was mad about it, and I'm like, you can't be mad about that. And then niggas was like, y'all want her to go get her belly chopped off, and ain't nobody say nothing about that. I didn't get my belly chopped off. I worked out, and I exercised, and I ate different foods that provided me the ability to lose that belly over time. Now I don't have as much of it anymore. Still got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, at the bottom, but don't nobody know that. But then y'all know that, so that's why we locked in, twin, because y'all ain't gonna be out here snitching and shit. I know y'all, we cool. But come on, man, think highly of yourself. Don't let a nigga like this get you fucked up, bro. We Khalil, man.
Picking up there in the tower didn't require her to actually interact with inmates at all. So yeah, why was she even talking to him? Up here hooking up with Pookie, and now she's plastered all over the news, getting fired in front of everybody, her co-workers, and hauled off to jail at the same time. All of it caught on camera by the local news.
Williams is facing 3 felonies for the illegal drop. Inmate Martin is charged too. Major Johnson makes it clear any other employees or contractors will face the same fate.
Know that we're watching. Know that if you're bringing it into our facility, you may get it by today, but we're still watching. We're going to catch you.
And the major said when they did a shakedown today, they did find an illegal iPhone inside inmate Martin's cell.
Contraband inside the jail. The Clayton County Sheriff says that one of its employees is the culprit, and she is now behind bars, and our cameras were rolling as that arrest happened. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond is at the Clayton County Jail with the story you'll see only on Atlanta News First.
This arrest definitely came as a surprise to everyone in the room during that 6 a.m. roll call where our cameras were rolling when 38-year-old security specialist LaPortia Williams was called to the front and then placed in handcuffs. The new jail administrator here says he hoped the message comes across that this will not be tolerated.
Specialist Williams, step up front, please.
An early morning arrest inside the Clayton County Jail after the sheriff's office says
I think they're just gonna play it over again, so we don't really care about that. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think she should have been fired? Do y'all think she should have, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think she should they should let her go because she black and she got kids? You know what I'm saying? But they being racist. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. Shout out to all the millionaires, by the way. If you made it to this far in the end of the video, that's what you are. I don't care if you claim it or not. You in the game, nigga. Bang, bang. Let's get it, man. Road to 1K. I love y'all. Appreciate it.